Hello, everybody. Rob Cootie here. Good morning. Today is Monday, April 12th. It's 10:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As you know, we go live each and every day at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we stream live on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. If you don't mind, as always, we ask that you help us get the word out about our content so this content can help our fellow network marketers all across the globe. You know, we want them to have the same success that we have. And what we want to do is make that positive situation happen by sharing all of this information and our products, our website, with our fellow network marketers. We want to empower them to do great things with this wonderful business model. And you can be a part of that process by simply hitting the share button. Please do so. And we want to say thank you in advance. Today's a good show. It is number 162. Why you want to show patience with your leaders. We've been talking a lot about patience. We always talk about, hey, you want to do a 90-day mini blast. You want to go, because you want that speed and urgency to create the momentum that will get your business in a position to take traction. But yet at the same time, we're talking about having patience. We touched on that a little bit last week. Please go back and listen to those episodes. And all you have to do is search for the word patience, and it'll bring those episodes up. But today we're going to touch on it, the word patience about your leaders. You know, it's a difficult thing to practice patience while having urgency. So join us today as we talk about that so that you can learn how to have both of those going on at the same time as you build your own wonderful business. All right, guys, with that being said, I'm going to hop off of here. We'll be live here very shortly. Thank you.
Welcome to the MLM Solution Podcast Show, where you'll learn the facts and hear the truth about the network marketing industry. Here's your host, Rob Cootie.
Hello, everybody. Rob Cootie here. And welcome to our podcast. As you know, we are number 162 today. Can you believe it? 162 episodes. And it is why you want to show patience with your leaders. We're going to touch on that subject in a moment. But as you know, Miss Marie, as you can tell, Miss Marie is not with us today. She's got a lot going on and a lot of good stuff. And she was not able to make it today. And we want to wish her the best as she's away today. And we'll go right through our subject for the day, which is a very important one, why you want to show patience to your leaders. Before we get started, as always, we tell you guys about our What Not to Do in Network Marketing. We have sold this at $197 in the past. Save yourself $150 immediately by going there to our website and get this package for only $47. It's only available for the next 24 hours. Don't let it slip by. It is a limited offer. 146 paragraphs and 146 pages. No, I did not plan that. It's amazing that it worked out that way. Along with 146 audio files and many training videos. The videos and audio files help bring the knowledge you read in that book to an even higher level. And also, as you know, we have our daily podcast replay on our website. Just go to the website, themlmsolution.net, and click on the link at the top. The podcast replay. And as you can see, there is a free gift there. Please get your free gift. Just fill out the form. There's no shenanigans. You will not be sold to. If you get any more emails from us, it's nothing more than saying, hey, here's another free ebook or whatever it may be that you may be interested in, and that'll be it. All right, with that being said, let's get this off the screen and let's get into our show. So why do you want to show patience with your leaders? As you can tell, I have a little girl here. What's the matter? That's my little Sophie. Shih Tzu Yorkie mix. She's got to go potty. That's the reason why she's in my lap. But we'll get through this real quick, and then I'll take her. All right. So with that being said, guys, why do you want to show patience with your leaders? As we have told you many times, guys, you want to keep as many leaders as possible because the essence of this business is to have as many leaders in your business as possible. Whoever has the most leaders wins. We say that all the time. And I'm sure that you guys that are following us know that. But here's the thing. You want to keep them because, look, the longer you keep leaders, the more stability you have, the more profits you're going to have, and the more growth you're going to have, okay? And the thing is that you want all of those things to take place in your business. Well, the only way that's going to happen is keep as many leaders in your business as possible. And all those leaders are going to be at different stages of growth, which is phenomenal. That's what you want, because as they continue to grow month after month or week after week, whatever the case may be, guess what? Your income and your volume is going to go up as well. Man, that's a fantastic ride. You don't want it to end. Eventually it will. But the bottom line is it puts a big smile on your face because each and every month is going to be a surprise. How much did I get paid this month? You'll have some basic idea if you're paying attention to your back office and the volume growth. But the bottom line is that there's a lot of surprises sometimes when you get paid. And it is a phenomenal thing to experience. But the thing is, it all starts with the leaders, okay? And as we tell you all the time, we tell you about the 90-day mini blast. You know what? Have speed and urgency. Establish 90-day goals on our goal sheet. When you do your initial 90-day mini blast, you want to put your goals on that 90-day goal sheet that will stretch you, that make you say to yourself, man, if I'm going to accomplish these goals, I got to get my butt in gear now. And it'll make you get out there and start building your business with a sense of urgency, with speed. And as we've told you, even during the prospecting process, we've told you how you want to keep your interview processes to 20 to 30 minutes. And then move on to the next person, 20, 30 minutes, move on to the next person, 20, 30 minutes. And you just keep repeating that cycle, and you teach your downline and the people that you sponsor the same thing. So that process is being replicated over and over and over. As your leaders build their businesses, they're going to do what? They're going to have speed, and they're going to build with urgency. And they're going to have that speed, 20, 30 minutes with each and every prospect they meet. And this creates multiple people in your organization doing what? Speed and urgency, what gives your business, and you don't know the number. Sometimes it could be 10, sometimes it could be 20, sometimes it could be 25. We don't know the number, but there's going to be a certain amount of leaders that will come together, the synergy, and then this explosion will take place, and all of a sudden your business starts going like this. But nobody knows when that's going to happen, okay? You have to just have faith. You have to continue the process. You have to do the right things, as we tell you all the time. CCBBA. For those of you that don't know what that means, consistent, correct business building activity. That's what it means. And I apologize for the lighting, guys. I have rearranged the office. We've been cleaning, and we're actually getting ready for a move. And there's a lot of the lights have been moved around, and you can tell there's a lot of glare here. I apologize for that. But here's the thing, guys. You have a situation where you are going to have to show patience as your leaders who are all different stages of growth. Some are going to be in the small business mode, but they're going to be future big-time leaders. It's going to be some in the middle ground, and guess what? They're on their way to big time, and then you got some that are big time already. You're going to have a vast array. Plus, you're going to have customers, okay? So you're going to have a lot of that sprinkled in there. And the thing is that you have to show patience. You might be sitting there tapping your foot saying, hurry up, guys, hurry up, hurry up. You know, I don't want my business to slow down. I don't want the momentum to slow down. The only thing you can do to control the momentum so that your business doesn't slow down is if the comp plan allows it. You want to continue to do what? Build your business, which means what? Get out and get new leads and do the prospecting, do the recruiting, do the signups. Just keep going until your business basically is running on its own. Okay, you know, and you want to stop at the 90 days. But here's the thing, as you know, there's 4 different phases. Phase 1 is your first 90-day mini blast. Phase 2 is identify and work with your leaders. Phase 3 is if you feel you need to do another 90-day mini blast, you do that. Phase 4 is identify and work with your leaders. And by the time you get to phase 4, phase 1 and 2, the people that came out of that are starting to mature. They're starting to become your big leaders. And then phase 3 and 4 is bringing on new people behind your maturing people. you can see how it's just a big cycle. Okay. And so your growth can continue over a 2-year period. So the thing is that you want to make sure that you're being patient with your leaders as they go through the same cycle with their group. Okay. Some leaders are going to listen to you and do 20 to 30-minute interviews. Some won't. They'll say, oh, Rob's full of crap. And they're going to have to find out on their own. They're going to say, okay, I get it. Now, you know what? My business is not growing as fast as my peer over here, Gary. We both joined at the same time, and Gary's tearing it up. And you know what? He's doing the 20, 30-minute interviews. He's created the speed and urgency in his business. And I haven't taken that as serious as I should have. And you know what? He's way ahead of me. I have got to step up my game. Okay. And so there are going to be people like that. And those are the people that are going to be in the small business to medium business. And they might have the right mindset of being a big time leader, which is the beginning of being a big time leader, but they haven't developed the work ethic yet. They haven't developed the habit. Okay. Because they really truly didn't believe. Just because Rob speaks it doesn't mean, even though people hear it and they understand it, that they're going to do it or they're going to believe it. They'll be like, yeah, right, whatever. You're just trying to get me to get out there and build fast so that you can benefit from it. And some people are going to have a mindset like that, and I totally get that. But guys, that's not what's going on. What you have to do is control what you can control, and that is you and your activity, right? So you want to make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, keeping your eyes on your goals, so that you can achieve those goals sooner rather than later. That's what it's all about, speed and urgency. Get to those goals as quick as possible, okay? Now, the thing is that since that's the only thing you can control, if somebody in your downline comes up and says, Rob, how did you do that so fast? How did you go from point A to point B so quickly? And you were so profitable. You're one of the most profitable businesses in the company, and you've achieved all this acclaim and all these awards. And how did you do that? And you know what? You're going to be able to tell them the steps that you took. You know, you did the CCBBA. Your goal was to create speed and urgency. You all started with the 90-day miniblast by putting down goals that stretched your talents, your ability, and your time each and every day, so that you knew you were going to have to work your butt off in order to have a chance to achieve those 90-day goals. Then those 90-day goals automatically and inherently create the speed and urgency in your personal physical activity. Because in order, you've got to hear, you're saying, oh my gosh, those are pretty good sized goals. If I'm going to have a chance to achieve those, I got to get my butt in gear. I got to stay busy every day. And so the thing is that you are going to be taking quick action, and you're going to realize, man, I only have time. I only got 3 to 4 hours every day. And I got a full-time job. I'll do this 3 to 4 hours on the side. And you know what? I got to maximize that time. I have to do the 20, 30-minute interviews with prospects because I don't have time. But if that 3 to 4 hours will go by so fast, it won't even be funny. So I've got to be fast. And so I got to use the scale of interest, okay? I got to use the scale of ambition. I got to do the paperwork so I know who I'm dealing with, so I can focus in on the people I need. And I got to sponsor people 5 and above in the scale of ambition, because that is going to create the people that I need. That's going to create the organization that's going to be full of people that will take action. And they might be action at different levels, but at least they're doing something. They're not doing nothing. Okay. And that's what you're trying to do, is assemble a team of active people, whether it's customers, small business, medium business, or big business. And all of that activity is what is going to create that volume. And yes, it's going to be slow in the beginning, like anything else. Anything good in life, guys, takes time, takes effort. You got to have some belief in it. Okay. Because sometimes it's not going to happen right away like you want it to. You're going to have to get out there. You're going to have to bust your butt. You're going to have faith. You're going to have to tell your spouse or your significant other, whatever the case may be, hey, just be patient with me. I'm out there working my tail end off. I know I'm doing the right things. These are the basics of the business building process. I believe in these guys. I believe in their system. It's rock solid. It's fundamental. I get it. And you know what? Just bear with me, because it's going to take some time to put this together, because you're laying the foundation. You're developing a team. That doesn't happen overnight. But you got to have the right mindset from the get-go, and you got to do the right steps from the get-go. Look, this is all about duplication. You got to have, there's only good and bad duplication. There's no in between. In order to ensure that good duplication takes place, you got to get your people started correctly. Each and everything you do is going to be magnified many times in your downline. So you want to make sure that you go to bed at night knowing I did the right steps. I followed what Rob and them have in the business building system, the 5 simple steps to networking success. I followed that paperwork. I did the checks on the on the checklist. I followed everything. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I know the new people I signed up today got off on the right step. And guys, that's powerful, because if any of those new people come back and say, hey, this isn't working, this and this and this, you're going to say, okay, hey, let's do a quick evaluation. Pull out your checklist, because you're going to be able to pull out the checklist, because you're going to have a file for every person, and you're going to have a date on there and what you covered, and you're on your checklist, you're going to have those checks that you did these things, and you're going to say, hey, did you do this? Did you do this? And then going through that checklist, they're going to say, oh, you know what? I didn't do that, or I'm not doing that, or I don't believe in that, or I didn't think it was important, whatever the case may be. And guess what? Ding, ding, ding. There's the problem right there. So you're helping them get back on track by identifying things they either forgot to do or didn't think was important. Okay. And you're going to be able to get them back on track. So you have a business building system that you can depend on that's proven itself and is very productive. And so you're going to be able to sponsor people that are going to be able to take action, correct action, ensuring that good duplication has a realistic chance of taking place. That's how this huge business can be developed in a relatively short period of time, is good duplication. Now you say, okay, Rob, what about this patience with the leaders? Well, I touched on it a few moments ago, but here's the thing. Look, if you're going to be running your tail end off and you're going to be like a rocket ship going towards your 90-day goals, you say, well, if I can do it, everybody else should be able to do it too. Guys, that's not always the case. Look, some people are going to grow slower than you. Some people have personal things going on. Some people have a very demanding job. Some people need sleep. Some people have medication that makes them tired all the time. Some people have a hard time focusing on things. Okay, they're not going to be the super person that you are. Okay, they have it in them, but it hasn't been awakened yet, and it hasn't been stirred yet. And you got to be patient with them. They have potential, but they come along at their own time. Once again, the answer to this whole scenario to show patience towards your leaders is what? Your personal activity. Stay focused on your goals. If you meet or exceed those goals, after the phase 1 process, which is your initial 90-day mini blast, that you're to identify and work with your leaders. Okay, and we've gone through that. You can go through our videos, you can go through our podcasts, and you can search for, just put in leaders, #leaders, and they'll bring up all the content that reflects that particular subject. The point is that we talk about how to identify and work with leaders. That's vitally important, that you work with the right leaders. So go back and listen to those or watch those episodes. So with that being said, guys, you have to understand that you have a situation where you, in your second phase 2 process, identify and work with the true leaders, not what you think are leaders, what the facts show are your true leaders. Okay. And when you're working with them, realize that they may have things going on. Okay. And then you have to be patient with them. Okay. You cannot horse with them and say, you get your butt to gear, or I'm not going to help you. You know what? If you don't do this, I'm not going to help you. If you don't do that, I'm going to cut you off. You know what? And putting all these unrealistic demands on these people, that is going to push people away. They are going to leave. And if you are going to survive in this business, you want to attract and keep people, high quality people, and not push them away. Okay. And part of the process is being patient, being professional. And when you're identifying and working with your leaders, guess what? If you realize that you need more people, you can start your phase 3 process, which is your second 90-day mini blast, anytime. Okay. So you can do whatever you want. If you say, you know what, I've only got a few leaders, you know what, these numbers don't look good. They don't look strong. Not as many people are coming on as strong as I thought they would. They got real promise, but it's going to take a little bit more time for these people to come around, or they may never come around. It's obvious now to me that I need to do phase 3 and I need to start right away. And believe it or not, doing your second 90-day mini blast, you're going to be a lot more focused. You're going to be a lot more motivated. You're going to be a lot more effective and efficient, because you went through your phase 1, which is your initial 90-day mini blast. Like anything else, you get better as you do things repeatedly, right? So the thing is that You want to make sure, once again, that you're following all the guidelines that are established in the 5 simple steps to networking success business building system. All right. If you tried to do any shortcuts in your initial 90-day mini blast, don't do it in the second one. If you thought that somewhat was not as important as we made it out to be, then during your second 90-day mini blast, which is phase 3, take that subject matter seriously. Look, make your second 90-day mini blast the best you've ever done. If you do, it could catapult your business into the stratosphere. All right. Because your second day mini blast is going to set the tone for the people that were a part of your initial 90-day mini blast. They may say, oh my gosh, Rob's doing another 90-day mini blast already. And if they ask Rob, why are you doing one? You can say, well, I really am not getting the activity out of the first group of people I sponsored in my initial 90-day mini blast. So it's become obvious that I need to get out there, because if I want the income to support the lifestyle I want, I have got to get out there and sponsor more people, because the people I sponsored earlier haven't performed up to the level that I thought they were going to. And that's almost like a personal slap in their face or a challenge, but that's not what you're trying to do. This is not a backhanded slap to them. You're speaking the truth, okay? And they need to hear the truth, because if they go through the same thing, they're going to learn from what you tell them. Just be polite about it, be professional, and just tell the truth. And I've had to do this before. I said, you just don't. It's not working out the way that I thought. I sponsored a lot of good people. It's just that they got a lot of things going on and they haven't grown like I thought they would. So you know what? I don't know how long this company's going to be around. And if I want the lifestyle that I had set out for this company, I got to get out there and create the income for it. And it's just not going to work out if I don't get out there and do a second 90-day mini blast. So that would be the answer I would give them if they asked, okay? And you're setting the tone for them. They're going to be watching and say, man, this dude is really serious. This dude is going after it. You know what? I need to sit down and reevaluate my intentions. I need to reevaluate my heart. Is this really something I want to do? Do I really want that money like I said I did? Do I really want the lifestyle like I thought I wanted? Maybe I need to reevaluate this whole thing. Maybe this network marketing thing's not for me. Maybe I just want to be a customer. Maybe I want to leave the business altogether. Or maybe I want to be a big shot like Rob, and I just want to get my butt out there and make it happen. You know what? I'm going to get up and I'm going to call Rob tomorrow. I'm going to tell him, hey, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to work with you. I'm going to chase you as you go up to the next level. Okay? So one of those things are going to happen. They're either going to quit or they're going to step up and they're going to go after it. Okay? And that's the power of doing a second 90-day mini blast. So there's no written rule that says that phase 2, which is identify and work with your leaders, has to last 90 days as well. As you know, the 90-day mini blast is for a reason, a number of reasons. And you can go back and you can listen to that podcast or watch that video. But the point is, there's a reason why the 90 days is important in your initial 90-day mini blast. But once you do that, okay, and you either got close to your goals, your initial 90-day goals that you put on your 90-day goal sheet, you either got close to them, you met them, or you exceeded them, whatever the case may be. If you decide to stick around in the business and continue to pursue the income and lifestyle you want, then guess what? You will start your first, phase 2, which is your first phase of work, identifying and working with your leaders that came out of the phase 1 business building process known as the 90-day mini blast. All right. So when you identify and work with those leaders, if you've only got 2 or 3 leaders and you've worked with them for 3 to 6 weeks, 3 to 6 weeks is not 90 days. Okay. So if you had a full 90 days in your 90-day mini blast, which you should, and then the second phase 2, is identify and work with leaders. If you did a full 90 days there, you would have a total of 180 days, which is 6 months. That would be ideal situation for everybody. But phase 2 doesn't always last 90 days. If you only got 2 or 3 leaders that came out of that whole group of people that you sponsored in your initial 90-day mini blast, and you've worked with those 2 to 3 people over a 2 to 4 week period, and they're good to go and they're running on their own and really don't need your help anymore, then guess what? You don't want to sit around and twiddle your thumbs. It's time to get back to work and do what? Phase 3, 90-day mini blast. And like I said, you're going to be a lot more effective. You're going to have a lot more determination. You're going to have a greater focus, and you're going to have a greater motivation and energy, because you're going to be so close to what you want as a lifestyle income. And you know that this next 90-day mini blast will put you in a position to meet or exceed that income level, and also live the lifestyle that you want. So you can see the importance of the 2 90-day mini blasts, and they don't have to be really far apart, but it's the activity of your leaders that determine when you need to do that second 90-day mini blast, which is known as phase 3. And of course, phase 4 is identifying and working with the leaders that came out of phase 3, which is your second 90-day mini blast. So hopefully all of that made sense. If not, please go back and rewind this and listen to it again. Okay. But you got to realize, guys, you got to show patience with your leaders in phase 2 and phase 4. Okay. They're not going to grow at the rate that you are. You may be a superstar, and there may be very few people that actually meet your intensity level. All right. You have to show patience. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to have some impatience. That's part of the process. You know, I've been that way when I was in the athletic world. I was very talented, and I know very few people worked as hard as I did. I'd spend 10, 12 hours a day working on my game, whether it was football, basketball, volleyball, whatever. I mean, I wanted to be the best that was out there. And so I also wanted to maximize my abilities, okay? So I knew I had to put the work in. So there was very few people that were going to have the attitude that I had, which was always positive. I felt like I could play with anybody. And also very few people that could run with me, because I could run all day long without breaking a sweat. And then thirdly, very few people had the work ethic that I did, the endurance. So the thing is that I was able to compete with people that were far more naturally talented than me and taller and quicker, because I had the heart, the strength, the dedication, the mindset, and the knowledge of the games. Okay. Well, guess what? When I was that way, I expected other people to be that way too. And when they weren't, I got very impatient with them. I felt like they weren't as dedicated as I was. I felt like they were goofing off. I felt like that they were just out there wasting my time. And the thing is, guys, is that it wasn't as important to them as it was to me, which it was very important to me, but not everybody takes those things as serious as I do. Also, they just came out there to have fun. Well, I was out there to kick some butt, not to have fun. I mean, kicking somebody's butt was fun, but it was fun in a different way. Okay. And I didn't have any patience for people like that. Okay. And so there was a lot of players, good players, who didn't want to play with me because I was too intense and I was too verbal about it. Okay. And I get that. Okay. And as I matured, I realized that I was pushing people away. Well, that's what's going to happen to you and your leaders. Okay. And you got to realize that everybody's not as talented as you. Everybody's not as motivated as you. Everybody's not as focused as you. Everybody doesn't want what you want. They thought they did, but as they started building a business, they realized, no, I don't. So you got to realize, guys, that this is something that is going to be going to require a lot of patience and be a challenge to you. So patience is the key here, because you don't want to push your leaders away. When your job is, do what? What is your job? To stay focused on your goals, whether it's phase 1, 2, 3, or 4. Stay focused on your goals. Do what you can do. Be responsible to yourself and set the example for others to follow. And that way, if any of your downline have trouble, you know in your heart, I've been doing the right things in front of people and behind closed doors. I have no shame, and I know that how this business works. And I know that if they call me and they have a challenge, then I know exactly how this business works, and I know the questions I need to ask. I have the checklist, and I can hold these people accountable and say, hey, here's the problem area right here. Okay, that's powerful, because they can't say to Rob, well, Rob, you don't do that. Why should I do it? Why are you telling me to do that when you yourself you're not doing it? See, you don't want that to happen. You want people to say, you know what? I know you're doing that, Rob. And you know what? You're right. I'm not doing that as good as I could be, or I'm not doing it at all. Okay. My job isn't to lord that over them, the fact that they're not doing something. My job is to help identify the weakness and help them get back on track. We're all human. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to try and do shortcuts. I get that. My job is not to be the Lord Master. My job is to be supportive, to be a partner, to lift them up, okay, and help them be bigger than myself. That's my goal. So, and in order for that to happen, I have to ask them to be honest during the evaluation process when I'm evaluating their business and their business building activity. And if they're honest with me, my job is to be honest with them and say, well, here's your weak area. All right. So the thing is, I got to show patience even when I'm helping them evaluate their business and define their weaknesses or problems. Okay. I can't just say, well, you know what, screw you. If you can't figure it out, then just go away. Or, you know what, figure it out on your own. That's not showing patience, not being supportive. Okay. I don't have a problem with being tough when tough is necessary, but I'm not going to give people a hard time when they're making an honest effort and they may be making some mistakes. And very few people are going to tell themselves, oh, yeah, Rob, I've been screwing off. Oh, yeah, Rob, I've been cheating the system. Oh, yeah, Rob, I've been leaving this out and kind of skimping on this and here and there. Yeah, I've been doing that. Well, very few people are going to say that. Okay. So you got to realize that you can only do what you can do. It is control what you can control and keep focused on your own end results and don't worry about your downline. You cannot drag people across the finish line. They have to want it themselves. So what does that tell you? The success to this business ultimately lies in your lap. And that means that you have to do what you can control. And that is what? The process. Stick to the process, do it right. CCBBA. If you remember CCBBA, you'll always be right on track. Okay. And you'll get to your goals. And you just have to let the leaders work their own process out. If they don't want your help, you can't call them up and say, hey, get your butt in gear. That's not what you're supposed to do. I'm telling you, if you set the pace, and the cream will rise to the top. You got to realize that only 1 to 3% are going to do that. Everybody else is going to be customers and middle people and small business people. You got to realize that 97% of the people are not going to want what you want. They're not willing to pay the price. Knowing the numbers off from the get-go helps you to do what? Keep your emotions in check. Stay focused on what you're supposed to do. So that being said, it reduces the stress because you're like, okay, you know what? I only got 1 to 3% of the people that I've sponsored doing something really good. And you know what? This is right in line with what I know. Robin and I've always preached that these are the numbers in network marketing. So there's no sense in me getting upset. There's no sense in me trying to turn a 5 into a 10. There's no sense in me trying to drag people across the finish line. There's no sense in me trying to motivate people to do something they don't want to do. If they don't want to do it, that's their life. It's their business. And you know what? That's the results they want. And they're all right with that. I got to be all right with that too. Guys, you just got to focus on the what? The 1 to 3%ers, not the 97, the 98, 99%ers. The people that don't want to do anything, that don't want to pay the price. So there you go, guys. Showing patience with your leaders is going to be huge in your success. And as you can see, it's a very important subject. And as you know, no one else covers these subjects like we do. Please share this information with our fellow network marketers. I always ask you guys, hashtag the MLM solution, hashtag the MLM solution. Please share this with our fellow network marketers across the globe so they can have access to this wonderful information themselves, so they can do something fantastic with this great business model, okay? We want to have a positive impact on their lives as well. A lot of people out there don't know about this information. And if you will, hit the share button on our website or our social media platforms, hit the like button, make comments that you know the algorithms are set up to reward engagement. And we ask that you help us get higher and higher. I saw some numbers on YouTube the other day when I was working on it that I was blown away by. And we're so grateful for that. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. We really appreciate that. But please keep it up. Please keep it up. Keep helping us out. Get the word out so that we can help people. That's the reason why we started this, was to help people out. All right, guys. With that being said, tomorrow we're going to be having 163. Tomorrow's subject, don't drag your people to their own success. We just touched on that in a moment. We're going to take a deep dive into that tomorrow. Because that's an important thing. You do not want to waste your valuable time and your focus and your energy on people that do not want the success like you do. That is a big no-no. It will undermine all your efforts to be successful in this business. So we're going to take a deep dive into that tomorrow. Don't miss it. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page. If you will, please go to our website. As you know, website has been revamped, and I'm going to have a picture of it tomorrow. I've been working my tail end off on the website and a lot of other things, and it's been crazy, but it's been good. And with moving and getting ready for the move and doing the website and the videos, it's been hectic to say the least. So thank you guys for bearing with me. It's been a challenge. Activity on the web has been crazy. The website on our social media, it's just been crazy. It's really picking up, and we are so grateful to you guys for that. We all have Sophie in my left and have Luke licking my ankles, telling me they got to go potty. So I'm kind of off of here before they sit here and pee on my leg. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. God bless all of you. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always. And you guys have been great. Thank you so much. I'm so flattered and honored to have you guys following us. Take care. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Thank you for listening to the MLM Solution Podcast. For more info, visit our website, themlmsolution.net. Please follow us on the following platforms: Facebook, YouTube, etc. And share this podcast with our fellow network marketers around the world by hitting the share button on our various platforms.
Good boy.